Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in, everybody. Today is Monday and it feels like a Monday. Today is August 25th and so good afternoon. I wanted to come on here and make this a short live. I have an appointment and I am going to try to get this one out. I actually get my eyes checked today. Yay. Yay, yay, yay. So it might be this evening before I come back on because I'm sure they'll be dilated, but maybe I will get some fresh eyes. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. All the things. Choo-chee, good afternoon, Lady Q, good morning, Bama Cat, good morning, let's see what we got going on here, hello, 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 Peggy, good morning, good afternoon, Val, hello, D, Betsy Mathis, hello, hello, always, hello, hello, whoop, whoop, did I miss somebody? Hold on just a minute, I think I strolled up instead of down. I hope I didn't. Oh, there we go. Okay, yes, I did. Millie, good afternoon, Millie. Hello, hello. Trooper and Iris's mom. Hello. Good morning. Happy Monday. Trina. Hey, hey. Mama, good to see you. I'm glad to see everybody. I just kind of did this on the fly, y'all. Show poodles. Hello, there's that. I like to put that up there and look at that poodle. That reminds me so much of my bubbles. I love your baby. I love your baby. Thank you for coming in here and always showing me that picture anyway. I love that. Don't ever change that. Ruby, hello, hello. Good afternoon. Random on the dime. Hello, I love that name. Kathleen, hello. Jack of all trades, good to see you. Good to see you. Been a while. Let's see. Been a while. I lost my sweet. Oh my gosh. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. I'm really sorry. You know I know, honey. I'm sorry. And many prayers to you. I'm sorry. If there's anything I can do, let me know, honey. Many prayers. I'm glad to see you. I'm glad you're in here. Yeah, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. You're welcome, show poodles. You're welcome. Dawn Emery, hello, good to see you. Good to see you. So good to see everybody. So today I wanted to talk about motive or just evil. Let me show y'all. Let me see. I actually brushed my hair today. I actually washed it. Anyway, I have to. I'm going out, right? I have to look decent today. Yeah, he's simply evil, period. Good afternoon, Jennifer. Good afternoon. Okay, so what I want to do, because I wanted to tell you this, and then I was trying to go through some videos, so I always get sidetracked. So I am going to show you a couple of things that I found. So we're going to do that first, and then we'll do my little stuff, okay? Excuse me. I apologize. I should have muted. But I found it interesting. Well, look, first of all, let me just tell y'all, honey, do y'all realize again last night that the sheriff's office was out there again and somebody was breaking into the home again? Now, look, these are evil people. Okay, let me just say this. And frankly, I could care less if a tornado come and blew their house down. But here's the thing, y'all. Have you ever thought about, and let me turn my phone down for a minute because I'm gonna be getting blowed up. This is what people don't understand. I'm on, and if you're listening, just know when I say I'll call you back, because when I'm on the phone, I could be talking to my brother. Again, I have to handle that business. I could be talking to Joe Blow. I could be talking to whoever. Listen, if you know, you know. I got a million things going on with this case right now, okay? I'm sorry. Everybody's grown. I'm just going to say it is what it is. My phone goes off 1,000 times. It is what it is now. I ain't got time to play games. I'm grown, okay? Now, I don't even know where I was going with that. I just thought I would throw it out there. But anyway, about the phone calls, okay? If I get back to you, I get back to you. I got a million things to do besides this. I'm just saying. Hell, now I forgot what I was going to say. See how that one little ding interrupted the program. I'm just saying. That one little ding. Oh, I know where I was going. Okay, have you ever thought about, I don't know if family's doing this to try to throw the case or what, because this case is going, but have you ever thought about when you go in there, you're trampling and I'm not a police officer, but Jesus Christ, it don't take Ray Charles to see this shit, okay? It takes anybody with common sense to understand. A 2-year-old could understand this. You don't have to have an education. You don't have to be an attorney. You don't have to go to school. Anybody could see this. Have you ever thought about, that's why I just went over yesterday, his attorney was there, like it or not. The warrants, they go in. Hey, Don, they go in. They write everything down. They're not allowed to take or do anything other than what they get the warrants for. But never mind all that, okay? I don't need to go into law school shit. Do you understand when you're breaking in and trampling on a crime scene, whether there's crime tape or not, that it could get thrown out? Hey, Annabella honeys. And do you understand? Somebody goes in there and picks up something because these people are now in jail. It could be $1. It could be a quarter. It could be a piece of bologna gross out of the refrigerator. It could be something you want to take as a little souvenir. And if they go back, they could blame it on the cops. Just like your mama always told you, if you work somewhere, don't steal nothing, even if it's laying right there. They might want to see how trustworthy you are, or you might not have a job. You can get this case thrown out, and these bastards on my screen every day can walk. Is that what you want? If you're not family, if you're not neighbors, if you're not friends, we're going to go over this in my live. Is that what you want, these people to be around kids again? All I simply got to say is stop. And I have to wake up to this shit this morning. First thing I see. This is Action News Live. Let me go ahead and put the banner up. I know I got it in here. Action Eye Live. Action Eye Live. I'm sorry. I got to get used to that and put up a little bit of music. I'm trying to get used to that. Oh, and by the way, one of the Facebook groups went down. I don't know why, but I'm just learning that too. There's several more of them out there, but this case is getting wild. So just a little FYI. Okay. Oh, I keep putting it on mute. Shoot. Hold on.
story is going on right now. We do have sheriffs out here checking the home as we speak. There was a call that somebody was on the property breaking in again in the house. So they're searching the property right now. We just got here on scene and then they rode up.
Now, that's all I've got of that one. I mean, there's more. There's more that I seen out there, and I just wanted to show you the cops was out there. I just wanted to show you a quick one. And as I saw the other one, it looked like morning time that they were showing the wood gates was completely broke down. I am like, man, there's no sense in all this stuff. Really? There's just no sense in it. That's all I want to say to it. I mean, I'm sure it'll be going on. People's mad or people's trying to get the case thrown, but it needs to stop because you've got to remember there's a little innocent baby there. Now I want to show you, because before I go into what I'm going to go into with my rant, what I found too with Fat and Opinionated. So y'all go over and sub up to him. Let me put a little bit of music on him. I'm trying to get used to doing that again. It's about 8 minutes long. Just bear with me and we'll come back and talk about it. But this is what he found with Rebecca. So she tried to buy the cleanup stuff, y'all.
I have seen and heard it all. The Emmanuel Harrow case gets even crazier. But before I get into that, if you guys have been enjoying the videos, if you like the content, please consider supporting the channel in one of many free ways. You could hit the like button, subscribe, drop a comment, share the video, and if you want to take your support one step further, you could always donate via Cash App or Super Thanks. Never mandatory, always appreciated. But as we all know, Jake and Rebecca have been arrested. But what we don't know at the time of this recording is what role each of them played in whatever happened to Emmanuel. However, what we do know is that Rebecca has been spotted all over the place. I don't know what role she had directly in whatever happened to Emmanuel, but she played a major role in covering all of this up, because Rebecca has been spotted all over the place. Rebecca was spotted out trying to buy a saw. Rebecca was spotted getting rid of baby clothing. Rebecca was spotted in multiple locations with the black eyes. Rebecca has been seen by a lot of people in town, but not so much Jake. So that leads me to believe that at the very least, Rebecca played the bigger part in kind of covering all of this up. Maybe Jake was making her do his dirty work. I don't know. But on the Tita, or Ahmed, he was on a live stream last night and he revealed some new information. Some new tips have come in about more sightings. More people have come forward claiming that they saw Rebecca and Jake in some instances in the days leading up to Rebecca reporting Emmanuel missing. For one, they are saying that Rebecca was spotted trying to buy carpet cleaner, or actually buying carpet cleaner. She was buying carpet cleaner. Now, that's not a big shock to me, because in every true crime case, the suspect always goes somewhere and buys some questionable stuff from Walmart or Lowe's or Home Depot. They always buy cleaning supplies, right? So that's not a big shock to me. And we know that law enforcement said they found a significant amount of blood in the house. So I already assumed that Jake and Rebecca were going to try to buy something to clean it up. But here's where things really get weird. Now, reports came in earlier this week that Rebecca was spotted walking around a construction site at midnight with a stroller, and investigators searched that area and they found nothing. But that doesn't mean that Rebecca wasn't there. Maybe that was just an area where Rebecca was considering dumping Emmanuel, but ultimately decided not to. Because people have now come forward claiming that Jake and Rebecca took their car, or took their truck, I should say, to the car wash. And, okay, people get their car washed, no big deal, but here's the weird part. Emmanuel's or someone's baby stroller, a black baby stroller, was in the back of the truck. And they wanted to go through the car wash with the baby stroller in the back of the truck still.
What?
And when the guy at the car wash was like, hey, you know, you can't do that, they were like, no, we want to go ahead and go through. And ultimately, he wouldn't let them. So that's really freaking awkward, if you ask me. Who in the hell tries to go through a car wash in a truck or whatever with a baby stroller in the back? They're literally trying to wash that baby stroller in a car wash. Now, obviously, these are just rumors on the streets. Law enforcement isn't out here telling us this stuff, but these are the rumors that are being reported.
Okay, I want to stop it right there because Chuchi did send me something, and so did Lady Q. It was, I think it was 28 minutes, if I'm not mistaken, from the house. I put the map up, so from the house to the place, 28 minutes. I don't know if that was walking distance or driving distance. I don't know how far the walking distance was. I don't know if it would make sense if he or they put the baby in the stroller and walked towards that place, or if they were driving and put the stroller in the truck and put the baby's body and took it far in that canyon. I don't know. But I think, I'm not real good at numbers, but I think it would have made sense. And then there would have been blood on the stroller, and then they tried to wash the stroller, in my opinion. Because I'm not good at math, but to me, right away, I saw that would have, from what driving. Okay, so it would have made sense. So they could have put the stroller in the truck, put the baby in the stroller, drove down, took the baby out, and walked up through the canyon, one or both. If that's where they put the baby. I'm just saying if. And then tried to wash the stroller. Anything's possible. But the reason that I say that is because, remember, I was saying a source said, before any of this come out, before Jake come out, before any of this come out, I was saying that they said Jake was gone for about 2 hours after that fight. I think it was 2 hours. So there's that. Just saying, anything is possible, and that's why I wanted to know. Okay, so yeah, it's not. So that it's not that. It would have to be driving. It would have to be driving. So I don't know. But then there's another scenario. Did Jake really confess? We don't know until cops really come out and say. I mean, they took him down there. Yeah, he could have said that to get out of jail. But if you notice, the news was there. They could have took him out at any time. I already heard he was talking. But wasn't it a great convenient time to know that the local news was coming on and have the jail TVs on? Now, the police don't just do that on purpose, but they knew in their head that the news would be on at a certain time. Somebody say, "Hey, Rebecca," or Rebecca be walking by going, "What in the hell's he doing?" Mighty convenient when that interview she just did come out that they took him over there, right? I don't know, folks. It's getting weirder by the second, if you ask me. Just saying. Let's continue because I do got somewhere I gotta go. Sorry, y'all.
And the streets talk. And most of the stuff that we've heard from the streets, most of that stuff has been correct so far. So Rebecca she keeps getting spotted everywhere. And this right here is really weird to me because, of course, we got the reports that Rebecca had been walking around with the black baby stroller at midnight. And now we hear that, oh, they tried to go through a car wash with the baby stroller in the back. So the baby stroller gets washed in the car wash, which is really awkward. So I'm thinking that whenever they ditched Emmanuel, there's a possibility that they had him in the black baby stroller. And I guess, I don't know what's going through their mind. I try not to put myself in the mind and in the shoes of people who do horrible things like this. But I'm thinking that maybe they were looking for spots and had Emmanuel in the stroller. And after they eventually got rid of him, they took the stroller and they tried to wash it in the car wash. Yes, I know that sounds awkward and crazy, but that's how this story has been. This story has been pretty awkward and crazy, and now at the time of this recording, Rebecca's still sticking to her original story. Jake is out here with police on the side of the road looking for Emmanuel. Who knows what in the hell is going on? All I know is that Rebecca, and I guess Jake, but mostly Rebecca, the streets are talking, and a lot of people saw her in the days leading up to Emmanuel supposedly getting kidnapped. So, yeah, a lot of stuff is just adding up against her right now. And the crazy part is, don't get me wrong, Rebecca obviously played a major role in this, and I think she's a horrible person. But in my opinion, I don't think that she did this to Emmanuel. I think that it's more likely that Jake did, especially considering his history. It's not far-fetched to believe that he would do something again like he did before. But it's clear and undeniable that when it comes to the cover-up has mainly been Rebecca. Rebecca is the one that was in the Big Five parking lot supposedly getting knocked out. Rebecca was the one there when Emmanuel supposedly got kidnapped. Rebecca is the one on security on security camera in the Big Five parking lot, clear as day, by herself with no one knocking her out and no one kidnapping Emmanuel. Rebecca's the one that's getting spotted on all of these security videos at these different stores, getting rid of baby clothing, trying to buy a saw, buying cleaning products. And yeah, maybe Jake is the one that's telling her to do all of this stuff, but at the end of the day, Rebecca is leaving more of a trail than Jake left. And to see Jake out on the side of that road, knowing that Rebecca, I think, was the main one that was covering the story up, she was like, you guys get what I'm saying here? It really feels like Jake kind of set Rebecca up for failure here. Now, we don't know for sure what happened to Emmanuel. Maybe Rebecca did do it. Maybe we're misjudging everything. But it really feels like Jake set up Rebecca for failure. He set her up to go to all of these locations, leave a trail herself. Jake's not seen or mentioned half the time. And then she goes and tells this fake story. She gets caught immediately. He starts cooperating with police while she's sticking to her story. And Jake's going to work out some sort of deal to where maybe he gets a lighter sentence than Rebecca does. I think that's how this plays out, or at least that's how Jake wants this to play out. But only time will tell. For now, you guys let me know what you think down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk.
Okay. Sorry. So go over and subscribe to Fat and Opinionated. That's his second channel. So I know he's got 2 channels. So please go over and subscribe. I appreciate everybody letting me use their content as well. And I think everybody should share. Thank you so much, especially when it's on a case like this. Baby Emmanuel has not been found. He has not been found, and I really appreciate it. Thank you all for being in here. Thank you to all my mods. Thank you, everybody. I really appreciate it. So what I want to do now is I want to talk about what I was thinking about. This is just the way I feel. I just wanted to show y'all those couple of things because I know that my eyes are probably going to be dilated and it'll probably be late this afternoon before I can get back on here. But what is the motive of Jake Hurl? Because I have my opinions on it, and y'all can drop whatever your opinions are on it. I think he's pure evil, in my opinion. In my opinion, he don't need a motive. He's dark. He's evil. He's cold. He's heartless, in my opinion, and he's soulless. I think he's a SOB. If you don't know what that is, just use your imagination, in my opinion. I think he's sick. I think he's sick. And if he would have been left out in these streets, and this is one reason I hope he never, ever, 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 ever gets out. And I want these people out there to stop. That's all I can say. I want them to stop. I've never wanted somebody to stop in all my life on trying to tear down something of somebody that has not went to court yet on hurting a baby. They need to leave this one to the law. Hey, Justin. Hello. So, in my opinion, I think if people will stop trying to screw everything up, justice will be done in this case. And I think the California police have done a phenomenal job in what they've done, if you sit back and look at it. But if he's left out on the streets, or he ever gets back on these streets again, he's going to do the same thing. I think he's cold-hearted and all of the above what I said. Eventually, he and Rebecca would hurt other children, but especially him. More children, in my opinion, he would do the same thing. He's done this before to his own children and his family, his blood. He, in my opinion, for that very reason, has the MO. And that is his MO. And he's keeping it in the family. He would be a SK. But in that case, in my opinion, it would be within the family. If they got out and he ever left Rebecca, or she stayed in, if by some reason he got out, I feel like he would find another wife, another family, or he would have more kids and he would do the same thing. They both already have child abuse charges on them from just the other day, just recently, right before they were arrested. But I think, in my opinion, it's in his blood. When it comes to a motive, in some cases, especially with people just like Jake, it may not even fit into a normal box or category like money or revenge or jealousy. None of that stuff. I think it's from what we've seen so far. And that's a pattern. It's a MO, not really a motive. There don't have to be a motive. It's from a dark place within himself. Yeah, he's just sick in the head. Very sick in the head. I don't know if they'll ever find a motive. Some people act out of cruelty. Some people control rather than just have a clear motive. It's his MO. And his MO is keeping it in his family or within his family. In my opinion, of course. If abuse and violence became his method of his operation, why does it really matter? Not as much as the fact that he keeps repeating the cycle. It doesn't matter. Wherever children are around or anybody that's vulnerable, and I definitely am not taking up for her because she is way, y'all heard what I said yesterday, way in this just as much as he is. So that's not what I'm saying. Don't twist what I'm saying. But he takes the vulnerable. Violence, secrecy, and crime, it can be generational. If Jake grew up around chaos, abuse, or criminal behavior, it can follow him. I'm not saying he did. I don't know. I think both of their families are effed up, if you ask me. Both of them. Their families, too. Both of them. I'm sorry. Yeah, he's a coward. He is, to me, he's a low-life son of a bitch. Low of the low. Oh, and I think he would move on to society if he was out. I agree, Don. I agree. But it doesn't excuse her either. But often these men, they target the most vulnerable women and children and these little kids that cannot help themselves. These people that cannot fight back. He seems like that, in my opinion, especially with the control. Sometimes there's no rational reason. There is no reason. None of this is rational. There's no rhyme or reason to any of this. Evil exists, people. Evil exists. People who are cold-hearted and power-driven, that's a fact in life. Sometimes we hear it in the world. We might hear it growing up. We might hear it through other talk, through news. And we would never think twice about it. We don't think it's possible. We just keep, we shun it off. This can't happen. Think about it until we really see something like this. There's plenty of things in my life that I know's happened, but you just shut it off. You just go on about your business. No way. Until you're really here and you know for facts this shit happens, that, oh my God. You know what happens. It's real. So maybe instead of saying, why did he do it? We should just say he did it because he could and because he had no conscience to stop himself. Just because he wanted to. That's why he did it. He did it because he wanted to. He's evil. Anyone in the world who could do what they did to their own child, that little girl Promise, man, oh man, that says it all. That says it all. It really does. in court. I don't know how the prosecutors or the defense attorneys are going to handle this. I would hate to be anybody's defense trying to handle something like this. I'd hate to be a juror. I'd hate to be sitting in that courtroom. I don't want no cases like this ever. I've been on many juries. I don't want to ever be on nothing like this or around nothing like this. I don't know how they're going to handle it. But deep down, you know, I know they're going to work it out. All of them. This is a hot mess. It's a hot mess, and it's going to be beyond heartbreaking. It already is for everyone. I say much respect to the law, to the officers, to the investigators, to the entire court system. Everybody except Jake's lawyer. Sorry, I have to throw that in. Unless he gets a new one. Hey, I'm just me. I ain't gonna lie. The lady sitting there in the court typing all the stuff. I feel sorry for everybody, what they're going to have to hear and see. I feel sorry for us because we're going to follow it if you're going to be here or not. Yeah, Rebecca has massive problems as well. It'll be easy in a way. What I mean by that, it's going to be easy and it's going to be hard, bittersweet. It'll be easy in a way because it'll be easy for everybody to say they're guilty. It'll be, it won't be hard for a jury to go back and, with reasonable doubt or none of that stuff. It should be pretty easy, cut and dry. It should be. I don't know, Garrett. I don't know right now, they're supposed to go Tuesday, but I think that might have been changed. I don't even know, since he supposedly confessed. They might do a press conference today. I'm not sure. I don't know if he will even go or not Tuesday. They might push that off. I don't know. But supposedly the next, and that's to plead. That's just to plead. Guilty or not guilty. I don't look for anything to happen other than them say not guilty. They may not talk until after then, so I don't know. But in a way, it'll be hard. It's going to be hard. It's going to be the hardest thing probably any of those people has ever done or heard. The dark, the evil, the soullessness. The jury will not be able to hear a peep of what he's done to promise. No, they'll suppress all that. They'll make sure that's suppressed. They'll make sure. And they'll get every single thing that they can suppressed and thrown out or whatever. They'll make sure it's not heard. But it's going to be hard for them to sit through. People love to say a motive. But motive is the why. I don't think it matters in this case, the why. An MO, that's the how. Jake's MO is control. Jake's MO is keeping it inside the family. And this is my opinion. Jake's MO is targeting the most innocent children. They are the victims. And Jake's, in my opinion, and not Rebecca either, they're both responsible for this. Both. So just don't get lost in the question of why. Let's focus on justice. Let's focus on Emmanuel. Let's focus on the truth coming out. We don't even know if we'll ever get the truth. What is the truth? We hadn't got nothing but lies so far. Games. His arrest is booking information is back up. What does it say, Lady Q? Are they going, all I want to know right now is, are they going to court on Tuesday? Or is there anything different? Are they going to court on Tuesday? I think it's Tuesday. Tomorrow? Yeah, tomorrow. I know they've put his up and down and changed it so much that he's the one we really got to keep up with. Yeah, they're going to turn those. I think that's what they're doing. You know, I think that's the kind of intention, turning those two against each other. Rebecca, even more, in my opinion, no matter if she didn't do it. Yes, she allowed it. Absolutely. Absolutely. Allowed it, lived it. Smiley. So they are, DA is handling everything now. So they are going to court tomorrow. Okay. Does anybody know what time? I know their time is different. I'll probably be all off of time tomorrow, but anyway, I don't know. Hi, Janice. Hello. I'm sorry if I missed you all go, girly. Thank you for that. Yeah, y'all remember to hit the thumbs up. You'll be working tomorrow. Well, honey, you'll still catch it, and I'll be on here, and I'll post it. I post a lot of things on my community post, so we'll do it tomorrow. But because justice don't need a motive, honey, it just needs the truth. That's all. So I just want y'all to keep Emmanuel in your prayers. I mean, we know he's safe in heaven now, but and no more pain. But he still needs to be found, if that's possible. And God only knows what will happen today. But just keep him in your thoughts and prayers. Keep up with everything. And, I appreciate y'all being here. I appreciate you being here and, spending some time with me and let me get this out and get what my thoughts were on this part of it, this end of it. And, getting this a little bit over with. And I will see y'all hopefully sometime tonight. And I'm sure I will. I mean, I'm just kind of scared I'm not scared, but I mean, I know I'm getting my eyes dilated. So I know that I know it'll take them a couple hours to go down. Oh God. And then I got to find out what's wrong with my eyes. I'm just a little bit nervous. Let me say that. But anyway, hopefully it'll be all right. And I'll be back on here tonight sometime. Hey, even if I'm doing it with just feels, I'll be touching all kinds of buttons. It'll be okay, y'all. But I love y'all. Keep me updated. If you do want to email me or send me anything, go ahead and email me and send me whatever. And I love you so much. Thank you all for being here. And I will see you in the streets, honey. YouTube streets, that is. Thank you. Bye. Yeah, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. All right. Y'all rest.